I know you're asking yourself, what could Supreme possibly do in week 13 that could top 2 box logos that released last week? I'm gonna tell you right now, sweaters.
I feel like I'm chosen, I'm covered in gold.
Welcome back, friends, to another edition of Fauntleroy's Finest, where today we're going to take a look at Supreme's lucky Week 13 collaboration with none other than Missoni. For those of you who don't know, Missoni is an Italian luxury brand, and they mainly deal with fine knit items. So honestly, if we're not going to get a Jacob Star Supreme video this week, it's never going to happen, because these are the grandma knit sweaters that he's been looking for. It's going to be very, very high quality items. I know Missoni actually did a collaboration with Target, or they do certain collaborations with Target, and when they do, those items sell out instantly. Those items, however, are very affordable, so I know that there's resale in Target Missoni items, and they've done it a few times over the years.
Don't care.
These items, however, I bet will be more on par with their normal quality, so I think that the prices on these items are going to be pretty high. I don't see any prices yet, and right now I only actually have some of the collaboration items. We don't have the entire drop list, so again, I'll most likely do another video this week on the entire drop list, but today we're just going to talk about the Missoni items.
Okay.
As of this moment, there are 5, count them 5 items in the Missoni Supreme collaboration. We have the Supreme Missoni hooded sweatshirt, the Supreme Missoni sweater, the Supreme Missoni reversible knit jacket, the Supreme Missoni crusher, and of course, the Supreme Missoni zip-up long sleeve polo. Who doesn't want one of those? So basically, these are going to be some super, super high-end, handmade kind of items. I did a quick scroll through the Missoni website, and they do not play around with retails. Like, they have jackets for like $2,000, all that kind of stuff. So I do know these are going to be very high quality knitted items, and if the retails aren't ridiculous, I think these would be great items to grab. And I feel like this is going to be a super low-key week anyways, because I don't see a lot of people just jamming after this stuff, especially everybody knows box logos are still coming out. So there are a lot of good opportunities to grab things here. I will say that any of this stuff is definitely a risk.
If I'm not back in 10 minutes, call the police.
First off, I want to take a look at the Supreme Missoni zip-up polo. Not a bad item. I know that it's going to be a very high-quality item as well. This is really just my least favorite pattern of all of the items that they've made. That said, I really don't dislike it, and at the end of the day, this is basically a crew neck, right? A big crew neck. So depending on the price for this one, it could end up being a decent little cop. I would definitely pay attention to retails on these. Again, if they're not too ridiculous, it'll really just depend on how these were made and all that kind of stuff. But I do think these long-sleeve polos are decent. I just don't see reselling them.
What are you looking at?
Next item is the Supreme Missoni crusher. If the retails on these aren't too ridiculous, they're definitely something to look at and pay attention to. These type of crushers could do really well. There won't be very many of these made. It looks like they're made out of the same material as the knit jacket, so they match those. I really am liking sort of the brownish yellow colorway or the red multicolored colorways the best in all of these. But if these are somewhere around, holy shit.
5 minutes later.
I had a box logo restock. I had to try. It didn't work. Again, if these crushers are a reasonable price, like under $100, there could be something to take a look at. Looking up hats right now on the Missoni website, and you can see that they're going for like $500 plus. If they're in like a normal price range of a crusher like this, which I would think it would be an expensive crusher at like $75, something like that. If they're in that range, these would be a big time grab, I think.
Nice.
Alright, next up I'm going to talk about the Supreme Missoni sweater. These sweaters are going to be really nice. I'm sure they're going to be very expensive, because these ones for sure just came straight from that Missoni place, so they're going to charge you for these. I just think this is a really cool pattern. I think this is a really cool design. I bet like in hand these items are going to feel so nice. They're probably super comfy. Again, an item like this, it's really just going to depend on retail, because there's not going to be very many of these made. This will be a very, very rare item, so I think if retails are 300-ish, maybe lower, it's not going to be a bad grab if you get like extra large, big sizes, stuff like that. The multicolor one is probably my favorite of the bunch, but I really don't dislike either of the other two. I would say probably black is my least favorite. I think if you can grab an XL of that multicolor one, you'll probably be happy. I'll talk more about resale on all this stuff in the next video when we have some retail prices, but just know these sweaters, better nice.
Yeah, boy.
Next, we have the Supreme Missoni Reversible Knit Jacket. Now, this is my favorite piece of the collaboration. That kind of brown, yellowish one is by far my favorite color. I love that this is a reversible jacket. Honestly, if this piece is not just some ridiculous effing price point, like $700, $800, I might try to target one of these for the personal. I need a jacket. I really like this thing, and especially since you can reverse it and make it kind of regular if you don't want to show the knit part on it. But I bet it's super warm if you're wearing it that way. I do like the yellow-brown colorway the best probably of all of these, but I don't like that the tag isn't really visible on the back. I wish it was a little bit more visible, but at the end of the day, not that big of a deal. It's still there, right? We just need to pay attention to these retails, and if they're not like Missoni prices and they're more Supreme prices, then we're actually getting a pretty good deal on these items.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Now, the one item I'm pretty sure I do know the price on is going to be this Supreme Missoni hooded sweatshirt. Now, these should be about $178, give or take. It seems like they have this very subtle rainbow threading around the logo, and it looks really cool on the black. It also looks good on the brown, and honestly, the white one is kind of neat with the multicolored logo as well. These hoodies are pretty nice, and they're very clean. Basically, if you can pick up an XL or XXL in these, the black, the brown specifically, you should be very, very happy with yourself, because I think these will do okay. I can't imagine there's going to be very many of them. They should sell out pretty quickly. There is a scenario where this hooded sweatshirt is by far the cheapest item that is released from this collaboration, so again, it could be very popular just because of that.
Shimmy like a drunk guy when his team scores. Do a little cha-cha on the dance floor.
Alright guys, so there is the video going over the Supreme Missoni collaboration pieces that we have out so far. I think this is a really cool collaboration with another high-end designer. I just think that these prices are going to be out of bounds for most people.
Stop it. Get some help.
Hopefully I'm wrong and we all can rock these nice crochet knit things on the corners all Christmas long. Before I go, as I'm making this video, there are 469 subscribers currently to this channel. When I hit 500, I will be doing a $200 reseller starter kit.
Y'all gon' make me lose my mind.
So it's basically going to be a $200 mystery box of mostly Supreme items. They will be decent things. I promise it's not going to be all keychains, but I'm throwing it out there now because we're getting really close. I'm 30 subscribers away, so if you want a chance to be eligible for winning this $200 reseller starter kit, make sure that you subscribe below, and then I'm going to need you to pay attention for the special 500 subscriber video. So turn a notification on or something. I don't know.
That's pretty good.
That said, thank you guys again for showing up and watching this video. I look forward to getting another video out to you when we have retails and all of the Supreme items as well. There's probably going to be some decent Supreme items this week, I would assume.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yo.
So until then, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will see you next video.
Yo, you better give me that money.